Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is the next video wherein I'll be just quickly showing you how you can convert your .py file to .exe file. Well, that's the agenda of this particular video. It's gonna be a quick tutorial and I'll be showing you that process using the command line, using the Pyinstaller. Well, basically there are 2-3 ways I believe we have in order to convert .py file to .exe. But in this video I'll be using the Pyinstaller and command line. So if you don't know and if you don't have the Pyinstaller installed in your PC, then I would suggest you to just go ahead and watch my previous video wherein I've explained how you can do that. So I'll also mention the link in the description box, so go ahead and check that. And if you are done with that, if you have Pyinstaller installed in your PC, then you're good to go with this video and you can just follow along with the process and follow the steps which I'm going to be performing in this video. So the very first thing which you need to do is that you need to go to your project folder. As you can see that I am right now working inside of my project folder, which is venv, and these are basically all the files related to my project. So basically what's going to happen is what I have done is I've made a snakes game in Python. Well, it's an easy thing. I will definitely one day make a video for that. So basically I'm going to be doing the steps and you just have to follow those steps. I'll be converting my .py file related to my snakes game project, and I'm going to be converting that to the .exe file. So basically for that thing I've just created a test folder and I will be using the command line inside of the test folder, and you just have to follow the steps. So once you will go to your project folder, you should be able to see all these things related to your project, and there must have been a scripts folder wherein you have to perform all the tasks. So just to show you the demonstration, I'll do one thing. I'll just copy this scripts folder inside of my test folder so that you can perform the same things which I'm going to be doing in this video. So I've just copied this scripts folder, and your project folder should be looking like this, having the scripts folder along with the files which you have used inside of your project. So these are basically all the music and the background files which I've used in my project. So what you need to do, so you need to go to your scripts folder, because there only you will be able to run all the commands that we are going to be using related to the Pyinstaller, related to the Pygame. So how you can open up the command line, you just have to press the shift button inside of your scripts folder. Once you're inside of your scripts folder, you just have to press the shift button and do the right click. It's gonna give you the option to open up the command window. So you just need to open up the command window over here, and if you have that Pyinstaller installed in your PC, then you just have to type in Pyinstaller, and it's gonna give you the bunch of options that you should be able to see, that what are the extension that you can use with Pyinstaller. There are list of things that you can use with Pyinstaller in order to perform a certain task, but at the same time we just don't need to focus on any of these things. We just have to remember a simple command which we have to use, and I'll show you what you have to use. You just have to use this command. I'll mention that in the description box as well, but it's just a simple command. You just have to use the command Pyinstaller space -w -F and the name of your file. So that's gonna just lead to execute. It's gonna just simply go ahead and convert the .py file to .exe. That's the simple thing. It's just a one command process that you have to do. So if I'll do the same, I'll explain you what exactly this extension is. So basically minus this -w is basically something which is used in order to just remove the console, because whenever you will try to open up and whenever you will try to run the .exe file of your project, then it's going to open up some sort of a console, and that's what you don't want, right? And also talking about this -F, it's gonna just create a bunch of all the things, and it's gonna include that to your .executable file, because otherwise if you just don't mention this thing -F or -w, it's gonna lead to some problem. And if you just don't use this -F, you will be able to see so many other files other than the .exe file which you don't want, right? So you just want one single file .exe, and that's what we want to work with. So let me just try to run this command, and you should be able to see how it's gonna create. So let me just go back to my scripts folder and let me show you what are the things over here. You can see these are all just the files, right? There is no specific folder, but at the same time if I'll just run the command, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be typing this. So there is one thing which I wanted to mention over here. Inside of your scripts folder, if you don't have that project for project file .py file, it might lead to some sort of an error when you will try to run the command. It's gonna say your file is not found. So you just make sure that you have that .py file copied inside of your scripts folder, and then you can run this particular command. So I'm just running the command Pyinstaller space -w hyphen capital F, and the name of my file, the name of my .py file is game version 1.py. So I'll just execute this particular command, and you can see that it's processing. And as of now, there is previously there was no folder over here, but at the same time when I executed the command, you should be able to see this dist folder. Inside of the dist folder, you will be getting your .exe file. So I'll just refresh it. As of now, there is no file. It's still executing. It's still in the pending, just running the command. Once that done, you should be able to see your .exe file inside of this dist folder. So I'll just wait for a little bit of time, just a couple of seconds more, and then we should be able to see our .exe file. So let's just wait for a couple of seconds more. Still it's in the pending state. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple, right? I mean, you just have to do a one command process, and then you are good to go. You are able to get your .exe file. So yeah, that's pretty much it, right? It's just a one command process. So let's just see how it's gonna be coming up. It's creating the package game version.pkg. So like I mentioned, that if you will just don't use the extension, you might be getting other things along with that .exe file which you don't want. You just need to focus on your here it is, right? So you can see that .exe file is now over here. If I'll just try to run this particular thing, I will be getting an I'll be getting an error, right? So that's what we don't want. So the error is saying that it's not able to find out certain things, no first bg.jpg. So this means it's not able to find out what are the different things that I have used inside of my project, like the background music and the background images, right? So it's not able to find that out. So what I'm going to be doing over here, I'll just go back to my test folder. I'll just copy all the things, all the necessary files which I have used inside of my project. So I'll just copy this and go to the scripts folder, open up the dist, and over here I'll just paste this thing. So if I'll just now try to run this .exe file, I should be able to play my game. And it's just, yeah, you can see that the game which I created, which I was executing before, while running the code, the specific code which I've written. So now it's just, pretty simple, and I'm able to play my game as well. So now you can see that this is basically my snake, and this is the food. Okay, all right. So I'll just press that. So I'll mention everything in the description box, the steps, and also I'll also link the code of this particular game to my GitHub library, so that if you just want to give it a check, you can go ahead and do that. I'll just press the space, I'll just play my game. So yeah, that's pretty much it in this video, guys. I hope you liked the tutorial. I hope you liked the step. Just go ahead and convert your .py projects to the executable file, so that you can just have a fun with your application, with the things which you have created. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Thank you for your time. See you next time.